Welcome back to Spainguru. I'm Bruno, your go-to guide for all things Spain. Today we got a real treat. Bozena Brunowska from Mortgage Direct joins us to unlock the secrets of Spanish mortgages. Bozena is a star with over 450 mortgages under her belt and a whopping 98% approval rate. We're diving into top tips, client stories, and essential advice to make your mortgage journey smooth sailing. Ready for some insider knowledge? Let's jump into the first of our exciting three-part series. How are you, Bozena? How are you today? Thanks for joining.
Good morning, Bruno. I'm very well, thank you. How are you today?
Awesome. About your personal journey in mortgages, Bozena, could you share with us your journey in the mortgage industry and how your experiences have shaped your expertise in the Spanish mortgage market?
So my journey is quite complex. So I was originally born in Poland. I spent 25 years in the UK, mainly in finance. I worked for HSBC Bank. I qualified as accountant, financial advisor. I was the mortgage broker. And then 6 years ago, I moved to Spain. I joined Mortgage Direct 7 years ago. I've successfully completed in the region of 460 mortgages in Spain. So yes, a lot of experience.
Fantastic. And in your career, what diverse types of clients have you worked with? Are they mostly seeking holiday homes, looking for relocation opportunities, or are they investors?
It's the clients we're dealing with, it's a mixture. Most of our clients are looking for holiday homes, something that they can use for their holidays, but also rent it out and generate some income to help with the maintenance of the property. We also deal with investors looking to build a portfolio of rental properties, commercial mortgages. So the very popular clients wanted to buy little bed and breakfast, little hotel, restaurants, and all sorts of kind of bridging finance, short-term bridging finance, any kind of finance in Spain we deal with.
You must have encountered clients from various nationalities. How does the diversity impact your approach, especially considering different tax returns and documentation requirements?
It's a good point because we deal with all nationalities. So, I've seen tax returns from Hong Kong. It just looks like a painting to me. We see Americans, Canadians, Australians, clients from Germany, France, all over, all the clients. But once you understand the basics of the tax returns, you can translate any tax returns, and that helps us to explain to our banks what figures, what we're looking at, and do the calculations. So, nothing is foreign to us. We have seen all the tax returns, and hence we can better help our clients.
I imagine almost 500 mortgage closed. You have seen it all. But now you mentioned banks and how you collaborate with them. Could you elaborate on your collaboration with them? How do you ensure that your clients' financial needs are matched with the right banking institution?
So when we start our conversation with clients, we start with learning everything about the finances. So the income, the expenditures, the commitments, whether they're employed, whether they're self-employed. We analyze that and we then start investigating the banks. Because we are independent and we work with all the banks in Spain, we try to match the clients based on the financial situation. We then analyze interest rates, whether the clients need to purchase any additional products from the bank. And this is how we present the clients with three options, and they have a freedom then to choose and submit the application to the bank that is the most appropriate to their circumstances.
Wow, I wish I would have known Mortgage Direct when I applied for my mortgage because it was really complex. And even if I'm a Spanish speaker, it's just like comparing all the different offers and all the products that they want to sell you is really, really complex. So I wouldn't imagine doing it without being a Spanish speaker. So about mortgage varieties in Spain, Spain offers a range of mortgage options. Could you break down these options for us, especially for those interested in holiday homes, rental investments, and commercial properties?
So in that respect, Spanish banking system is not that complicated. They have a mortgage. And it doesn't matter whether clients are looking for investment property or residential property or holiday home, it's a mortgage. So they don't have a classification as residential or buy-to-let or investment mortgage.
Right.
So we have mortgages, then we have commercial lending. Commercial lending, this is where you're looking to buy a restaurant or hotel or small B&B. So that's that's a commercial mortgage. They don't have something like investment mortgage, because investment, in a way, we're looking for clients that want to build a portfolio of properties. It is still classed as mortgage. So in reality, we have just the residential or commercial. So that's simple.
Wow, I'm surprised that in Spain it is actually something is simple in terms of bureaucracy. And so when we talk about the age consideration in mortgages, is there a maximum age limit for obtaining a mortgage in Spain? And how does this vary across different banks?
So this is again where Spain is quite good, because the mortgages in Spain they have to be repaid by the age of 80.
80, okay.
Provided the client has a pensionable income that will support the mortgage repayment, some banks will allow the mortgage up to the age of 80. Most of the banks would like to see the mortgage repaid by the age of 75. The maximum term for foreign buyers is 25 years.
What about interest-only mortgages? Are interest-only mortgages a possibility in Spain?
So there are no interest-only mortgages. The only mortgage that is everything is on capital repayment using French amortization, which means in the early years you pay most of the monthly repayments, pay off the interest and very little capital.
Under what circumstances is refinancing a mortgage feasible in Spain? Could you cover scenarios like death, divorce, or renovations?
So this is interesting subject, because a lot of our clients coming back to us, somebody that decided to purchase with cash a few years ago. Now they see opportunity, they want to get another property, they want to release equity from the existing property to buy the new property. Right. And unfortunately, we have to throw a bucket of cold water over them, because it's not possible. The banks in Spain do not like refinancing. We have tried many times. The company has been going on since 2006, and we succeeded on very few cases. As a principle, the refinancing is possible in case of partners getting divorced, one of the partners dying, or renovation of existing property. But even with that, the banks will only lend certain percentage, and that money is paid directly to the developer.
And what about the transferability? How flexible is the Spanish mortgage market when it comes to transferring mortgages between banks?
This is again something that it's not easy. In theory, yes, it's possible, but the banks don't like it. What they need to see in that transaction is its financial benefit to them. One of the reasons is the banks in Spain are very busy. They're kind of claiming they're not making enough money by taking mortgage away from another bank, but also they have to cover a lot of costs now, like notary and mortgage tax. So they are reluctant to do that.
Now, let's take a little trip back in time. Let's go back to 2019. And why is this year important? The 2019 regulation brought significant changes. Could you highlight the main impacts of these changes, particularly regarding bank responsibilities and the implications for clients with various currency earnings?
So there were two main changes during the regulation of mortgages in 2019. One of them is that if your income is in any other currency other than euro, you are eligible to convert your mortgage into a currency in which you are earning your main income. And the second change was the valuations. We are now allowed to instruct external valuations on the condition the surveyors are registered with the Bank of Spain to perform those valuations.
Yeah, I know about this personally because the bank sometimes they make an appraisal of your property and it is way below the real value, so they will only issue the mortgage for what they say the property is valued for, and then you suddenly need to make a bigger down payment, of course, right? So it has a strong
Absolutely.
impact. So these changes are really significant in that sense as well. Next question, Bozena. What are the typical down payment requirements in Spain, and how does this vary based on the property type and the client's earning currency?
So typically the down payment should be between 30 to 40%. That of course depends on the type of property. So if it's something urban, residential, it's a 30%. If it's commercial or touristic, we're looking between 40 to 50% down payments.
Now that you mentioned those percentages, normally people would think that it is 80-20, so 20% down payment. How come you're mentioning larger percentages?
The 20% deposit applies to a clients who are fiscal resident in Spain. So they've been living here paying Spanish taxes, in which case it's 20%.
Okay, so paying taxes in Spain has some benefits, at least in the down payment of a mortgage. Could you explain the different types of interest rates available in Spain, such as fixed, variable, mixed, and how they relate to property types and loan terms?
So in Spain, we have three different types of rates. We have the normal variable rate that follows base rate, Euribor. We have mixed rate, so something like 5-year fix, 2-year fix, followed by the variable rate. But in Spain also they do like 20-year fix, 25-year fix, which is very attractive when the interest rates were quite low.
And about banks going directly to a bank or through a broker. From your perspective, what are the advantages of securing a mortgage through a broker compared to directly approaching a bank, especially for foreign clients?
So if the clients approach the banks directly, there is a danger that local branch staff, the understanding of language is not going to be great. Hence, presentation of the documents to the risk department is not going to be correct in a correct way, which can jeopardize the mortgage application. Another issue is with not enough time. The branch staff, they're dealing with many applications, and also the interest rates. Normally the interest rates are quite higher. Dealing with the mortgage brokers, especially from the company where we produce the volume, we have dedicated staff. They understand very often they speak various languages, so we don't have to translate any documents. We get preferential interest rates, and our cases are approved much faster than not by going directly to the branch.
How long does the typical mortgage process take in Spain from initial application to final approval?
It depends very much on the clients, because of course the biggest job is to collect all the documents. But normally, I would say minimum 2 months we need from the start of when we submit fully completed case to the bank to completion on the mortgage.
Okay, and now we got to the end, but can you give us a sneak peek into what you'll cover in the next session?
So in the next session, we're going to look at buying process from the start to the end, what's involved, debt to income calculation, so how the banks calculate the maximum mortgage amount that is possible, and type of incomes, what income is accepted, the percentage, and basically we're going to concentrate on the process.
I'll see you in the next video.
See you then.
That's a wrap on our first episode with Bozena. Excited for more? Next time we're covering everything from contracts to getting your keys. Reach out to Bozena for personal advice. Links are in the description and pinned comment. Stay tuned for Spainguru for part 2 of this enlightening journey.